Now we're going to look a little bit further into ellipse. An ellipse. An ellipse is kind of like an oval. It could be sideways or it could be more vertical. But the formula will always, this standard form of an ellipse will always look like this: x minus h squared, similar to what we had on circles, but this time it's over a squared, and y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. It'll always equal 1. The center, just like circles, is hk, so remember we have to change the sign of h and k. But now, since an ellipse can be wider and shorter or taller and skinnier, there's different radius depending on which way you're going. So if you're going in the x direction sideways, you'll use the x radius, which is underneath your x minus h squared. And when you're measuring in the y direction for your radius, you'll use b, which is underneath the y minus k squared. So it's pretty easy to remember that the x radius is under the x and the y radius is under the y. You just have to take the square roots just like with circles. So when you graph from there, it's pretty similar to circles, except you just have two different measures for your radius. So you'll mark the center, and then you're going to use your x radius to go left and right, and you'll use the y radius to go up and down, and then draw the ellipse. So for our first example, x minus h, so that means h is -6. The center is starting at -6. And then y minus k, so k is 4. So our center is at -6, +4. And this one started out, didn't look like a fraction, but remember that means it's over 1. So that means our x radius, since it's underneath the x minus h squared, the x radius is the square root of 1, which is just 1. And our y radius, which is underneath the y's, is the square root of 4, so just 2. So the center is -6, 4, so we'll start by placing our point at -6, 4. And then we'll measure the x radius to go left and right. So we'll go one space to the right and one space to the left. And our y radius, which is 2, so we will go up 2 and down 2. And then just do your best to draw the ellipse. Make it as smooth as you can. And there you go. For our next example, our center is at 1, 3. Just remember to change the signs, HK. Our x radius underneath the x, square root of 25 is 5. Underneath the y for our y radius, square root of 4 is 2. So we're going to start by placing a point at the center, 1, 3. And then use the x radius to go left and right 5 units. And then you would use the y radius to go up and down 2 units. And then just connect those points to draw your ellipse.